Why, hello everybody. It's been quite a while since I've made a video. And that means it's been quite a while since various things have happened. We've had some new routes being teased. This is one of them, obviously. Gospel Oak to Barking Line. It's not my first choice for London Overground route, but I guess. Look, I think. Well, you'll see what I think about this. It's perhaps a bit of a filler route, much like Glossop Line, and a few other ones. It's quite short, not much to it, but it's one of the more interesting from. Well, we'll see. We'll see. This is how we know that it's coming. Obviously, I mean, this is pretty open and shut. Gospel Oak to Barking Riverside with various things dotted around, and class 710 lurking underneath the gingerbread cookie and literal mention of it. So I think it's pretty clear what we're getting. And obviously, if it's going out to Barking Riverside, it's not with a 172. So we can expect modern timetable, not much else. This is a more detailed map of the route, courtesy of the good old Wikipedia. So you can see all 13 stations there. It's a shame that it doesn't extend to Willesden Junction. That would have been nicer, I reckon, because you can get a little bit of North London line stuff going on, and you can run the few services, if they still even run them. I haven't checked. The services that run the whole way through from Barking Riverside all the way through to Willesden Junction. The route, so the route is 22 kilometres long, or like 13 miles. 13 stations, as I said earlier. It's fully double track, except at Gospel Oak Station, where it just uses one bay platform, and the two main lines skip the platforms and run straight into the North London line. It's fully electrified as of the recent electrification program, but prior to the 710s being introduced, they ran some adjusted Class 378 units that had a middle carriage pulled out of them to make them 4 cars long, so they'd fit on the platforms, which are only 4 cars long, as opposed to where the 378s normally run, where they're 5 car long platforms. What else did they do? Oh, but then before that, before electrification was finished, they ran 2-car Class 172 diesel multiple units, which have since been shifted to the West Midlands. And yeah, I would have preferred it with the 172, but whatever. It includes Ripple Lane Yard, because it says so up here with the Ripple Lane Yard. I was pointing at my screen as if that would do anything. And of course, we're getting a Class 710 Aventra. Thoughts? I have some thoughts, obviously, if you couldn't tell. So, as I mentioned, I would have preferred a Class 172. I think maybe we're incurring a little bit too much on the one-handled EMUs. I know the Class 172 are only one-handle, but it's a diesel unit, a little bit more characterful, perhaps. And these 710s are very much set out like metro trains, even though they're not, but they're designed to move lots of people. The Class 172s are designed to be comfortable, because they're sort of more. They're a variation of the 170s, which are designed for regional routes. It is good, however, to see a full end-to-end route. It's been a while since we've had one of them. Long-time fans of the show will know that I like 2 things in a route: networks and full end-to-end. I like to go from one set of buffer stops to another set of buffer stops, or one main station to another main station. Something that makes sense. Unlike other routes that start in the middle of nowhere and go somewhere else. As much as I dislike having a 172, it is good that we have them, because that means hopefully, maybe, potentially, we can expect more Aventras down the line, especially more with this specific body shell because it's more or less the same between the 345s. Obviously, they have 3 doors, not 2. The 720s, which run on C2C and Greater Anglia, and the 730s don't have the same body shell. They've got N gangways, but they're apart from the cab, they've got the same body shell. They're for West Midlands and London Northwestern, and as well Southwestern have the 701s. 701s that still haven't entered service yet. Hopefully it also means we can expect more London Overground content into the future. I would really quite like a East London line. I think that would be cool. Otherwise, perhaps an OG North London line. Although both of them would, require a 378, but if you look at my channel icon, you can probably tell that I wouldn't be too opposed to a 378. And it fucking better layer onto Bakerloo. That is textbook route. These trains in the 4-car formation, although it would be nice to have the 5-car formation, run on the Watford DC line, which is in game between Queen's Park and Harrow and Wealdstone. They run on that line. Just slot them into the existing timetable. There's only, one train every 15 minutes? Put them in, right? Not hard. I will be quite disappointed if that is not a feature. I think it would just add so much more to the Bakerloo line, because when it first released, it was dead. Now we've got some very limited freight traffic on the West Coast Main Line. If we had some London Overground trains, that would be phenomenal. And if they don't include the 5-car variant, because of course Gospel Oak to Barking is only 4-car trains, and that's okay. Gospel Oak to Barking, okay. There's 3 subclasses of Class 710. There's the Dash 1, which is 4-car, AC only, and that's for the Lee Valley lines out of London Liverpool Street, and also the Emerson Park shuttle between Romford and Upminster. Then there are the Dash 2s, which are 4 cars long, but dual voltage, AC and DC, which are used on predominantly the Gospel Oak to Barking line and also the Watford DC. And there are also some 5-car dual voltage units, which are the Dash 3s, and there are far less of them, and they're only for, they're for the Watford DC and also the North London line, just to boost service, but not to replace the 387s. So I would really like to see a 4 and 5-car variant, but failing that, I would just really like to see it layer onto the Bakerloo line. I didn't mention the timetable, but it's fairly simple, just 4 trains an hour in each direction. End to end, there's really no extra service other than that. Release speculation, of course, we don't have any facts, any actual hard figures, apart from it's in the 0 to 3 month release window, and obviously there's some Christmas stuff on here. But I don't think it will come out before Christmas, because it only just got moved out of the 4 to 6 month window. I think this will be either at standard route price, or perhaps a little bit below. Glossop line, which was also a filler route, was priced slightly below normal route price, so maybe we can expect that. I don't know. Knowing Dovetail, it'll probably just be normal route price as well. And I think it will release sometime in January. Maybe February, but I think that's sort of a reasonable window to assume. Obviously, we don't have screenshots, so we don't know how progressed it is in development. So it could be whenever, but I reckon January or February. Other than that, not much more to add. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful in some way. I will make a video in the coming days covering the full December roadmap, and also the other route that was, or the other content that was teased in it. And with that, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day and a very Merry Christmas. See you next time. Goodbye.